What's up guys, Jack here from Zucon Gaming, and I'm going to do my predictions for Season 7 of Game of Thrones. This is a new thing that I'm going to do on the channel. Hopefully it'll be successful, and if it is, I'll definitely carry on with it in Season 7 and do some episode breakdowns or something like that. I would have started it before with the other series of Game of Thrones, but my channel wasn't a thing back then, so I'll see how it goes and hopefully I can carry on with it. What we know so far is that Season 7 and 8 will only be about 6 or 7 episodes long, so hopefully they might make the runtime of the episodes longer or put more action into the episodes, but let's see what happens. I'm going to get straight into it now. Just a little spoiler alert, if you haven't seen up to Season 6 yet, I advise that you turn away so the Game of Thrones story isn't spoiled for you, so just a little spoiler alert for you there. Firstly, I'm going to talk about the White Walkers. Now, I don't think the White Walkers are going to pass the wall in the next series. I think that'll be more of a Series 8 thing. But I think the White Walkers are just going to get prepared, go around the north a little bit more, getting ready for the big attack that they might do in Season 8. So I think we'll see a lot more White Walker clips. Maybe more about their origins and what their actual plan is. You know, that scene that we found that the children of the forest actually created the White Walkers to stop the invading humans from destroying their homeland and things like that. But ironically, it didn't turn out, as we all know. They were more like a endgame nuke weapon, and in the end, it caused more harm than it did, to actually help them. So it's kind of a big problem that Westeros has to deal with now. So I think we'll see, a lot of little teaser clips, a lot of little exciting clips that are going to foreshadow what might happen in Season 8. Now, we know that Sam is doing some research on the White Walkers in the Citadel. He's got thousands of ancient manuscripts and books that he can look through, ways to defeat the White Walkers, or maybe even ways the White Walkers are created. So he might find out more information about obsidian, maybe how to create it, maybe where to find more, or he might read something about Dragonfire, and might be quite interesting because it might be a link with Daenerys. So I think we'll see Sam a lot in the Citadel in the next series, pondering through his books, and hopefully he might be able to find something useful that he can bring up north to help prepare against the invading White Walkers. So yeah, that's pretty much it about the White Walkers. So next, I'm going to be talking about my Daenerys predictions. As we know, Daenerys is on her way to Westeros with her big dragons and with a big army on her ships, ready to come and take the Seven Kingdoms. Now, I think this is a good thing if you have a new ruler instead of Cersei, because as we know, Cersei has lost every hair of sanity. She's gone mad. She's lost all of her children now. So I think her children were her last pillars that kept her sanity held together, but now she's set King's Landing on fire with wildfire, and she's completely mad. So I think Cersei would be a very weak leader in preparing, the southern part of Westeros against the White Walkers. So I'm glad Daenerys is going to come over and potentially take the Iron Throne off Cersei. I don't think Daenerys will actually attack King's Landing until very late Season 7 or Season 8. I think she'll go around rallying more houses to her cause first, like Jon Snow did in Season 6, or maybe taking other strongholds, getting ready, and getting many people on the side. We currently know that Varys has managed to get the Martells and the Tyrells on Daenerys' side. The Tyrells were a Targaryen. They followed the Targaryens before the rebellion anyway, so I think they're quite happy to go back and join forces with them. And we also know that the Martells hate the Lannisters, so they're definitely going to help Daenerys out, as we saw Varys talking with them. Now, I also do think there is a flip side to Daenerys attacking. I think a lot of soldiers might die in the process of Daenerys taking the King's Landing, so I think a lot of army power could be lost that could potentially be used against the fight against the White Walkers. So that is kind of the disadvantage of Daenerys coming and attacking, but I think it is mostly an advantage since she's going to be a much better ruler than Cersei, and we're able to prepare the rest of Westeros against their big fate. So mainly a positive thing, really. With marriage, as fans, we all want Daenerys to marry Jon Snow, but he is actually the most eligible bachelor for Daenerys. I think we might see other people sneak in, like maybe Littlefinger or maybe Balon Greyjoy. They might want to try and slip in and take her hand in marriage, but I think she might see their personalities through and skip through them. But I don't think we'll see much Daenerys Jon Snow action until season 8. So yeah, that's pretty much it about Daenerys. Uh, Looking forward to Daenerys attacking King's Landing. We've been waiting for that moment since season 1, so let's hope it'll be awesome, guys, and I'm looking forward to that. So next I'm going to talk about what might happen with Bran and through his visions. I think we're going to see a lot more visions with Bran, maybe future visions, and maybe more about the history of Westeros. Maybe Bran is the three-eyed raven now, so he does need to learn a lot more. One thing that we might see is a flashback showing Rhaegar. We haven't seen Rhaegar yet at all in the TV show, so I hope we might see a scene where Robert battles Rhaegar on the Trident. You know, that scene where Robert smashes his breastplate in and his rubies shatter out, going flying all across the river. And that's a very awesome scene in the book, and I hope it comes to life in the TV show. That would be amazing. Or we could see the Rhaegar scene in Harrenhal in the tournament after Rhaegar is the champion. He rides past his wife Elia and puts the blue roses on Lyanna's lap. That kind of gives everyone a little hint that Rhaegar has his eye on Lyanna, and that is it causes a spark, which ends up being the big fire that is the rebellion at the end. So that would be a really awesome thing to see on the show. We also might see Bran have another flashback involving Jon's lineage, and we might also see Bran go down to the wall and pay Jon a visit, and he might be able to discuss Jon's true parents with him. That would be a really awesome thing to see Jon Snow actually find out who his true parents are. Or there's a chance that Jon might find out through Howland Reed, which is kind of unlikely. I think Bran might tell him, so that would be really awesome to find out. And we also know that Bran, if you don't remember, he has the white mark of the White Walker on his arm. So some people are thinking, if Bran goes through the wall, will that mean the White Walkers might have some sort of access or some sort of power beyond the wall? So that's quite a scary thing, really. So that's one thing fans are looking out for, and I think that is a true prediction as well. I think that Bran, it'll be such a positive thing that he's going to see his brother again. It's going to be a positive thing that he might discuss his parents with Jon Snow, but then, he has that mark on his arm, and that might cause a lot of trouble. As remember from that cave, the White Walkers, if they tried to walk through, they blew it. But when Bran had that mark on him, the White Walkers just do whatever they please and were able to walk through, so it's kind of a scary thing there. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Bran. Hopefully we see a lot more Bran scenes, a lot more Bran dialogue, and also some awesome flashbacks looking at Westeros' history and the rebellion. So I'm really looking forward to that. So that's pretty much it with Bran, really. Looking forward. So next we're going to talk about my predictions of what's going to happen up north with Jon Snow and Sansa. As we know, Jon Snow has just been announced King of the North, and Littlefinger is not happy about that. He did not expect a bastard to be ruling the North. We've also known that Littlefinger has exposed his true goals to Sansa. He really wants the Iron Throne, and he tried to persuade her to take his hand in marriage, but she was like, nah, I'm not having any of that, me. So, Littlefinger, I think he's going to be like the main drama aspect of what's going to happen up north. He's going to try and stir things up. He's going to try and turn Sansa against Jon. He's going to try and turn people against Jon. He doesn't like Jon, basically. He doesn't want to see Jon King of the North, so he's going to try and plot and scheme, as we know he always does. Tries to make his way around, so I don't know if he'll be successful. This far, he has been pretty successful, to be fair to him. He is a pretty strong character, but he has exposed himself a little bit to Sansa, so he might not manage to achieve his goals like he has been doing in the past 5 seasons before that. Also, we know that Jon actually does have a lot of people on his side. The Queen of Sass, Lyanna Mormont managed to rally and persuade a lot of people that Jon Snow is the true leader, and yeah, people are ready to follow Jon, and Littlefinger's probably going to get ignored, and there's not going to be a lot of people that are going to listen to him. He doesn't have that many friends anymore, so he might struggle. So I also think Jon and everyone up north, they're the ones that truly know of the end that's going to come. So they're probably going to try and gather all their forces, every last resource that they can, and try and prepare themselves for the massive end game that is inevitable, going to destroy their homes. So they're going to try and prepare everyone in the north, bolster their defenses, and try their best to manage against the White Walkers. So we'll probably see some preparation in that sense. We'll probably see Jon get a lot stronger. The North will become a massive force again, like it did with Robb. I don't think Jon's going to go to war south. He's smarter than that. He knows he has to face the true problem up north. So I don't. It's kind of hard to predict what's going to happen after that, really. Other than White Walkers and stuff like that. I don't think we're going to meet Daenerys. Jon Snow's not going to meet Daenerys yet, I don't think. I think that'll be more of a Season 8 thing. So we're pretty much going to have to wait and see what happens. So just expect some drama up north with Littlefinger, trying to turn people against Jon Snow, trying to weaken his claim, and pretty much the north getting ready and prepared for the big invasion. So that's pretty much it with the north side of things. So with Aria, we know she just came back from Bravos and she's already in Westeros, as we saw her slit Walder Frey's throat right at the end. We did not expect her to do that. I didn't expect her to do that. She kind of came over there quite fast. The timeline kind of went quite fast. So she's already in Westeros, and she said before she left to Jack and Hagar that a girl's name is Aria Stark and I'm going home. And by home, we're not completely sure if she means Westeros or she means Winterfell. If she means Winterfell, that means she could have a Jon and Arya reunion, and these two have a very special brotherly sisterly bond. It goes into more detail in the books, but they are quite close with each other, and it'd be awesome to see them reunion. It'd be really nice. And also, if she's going around Westeros, she might go south, and she might, carry on to finish her list off. She might want to kill Cersei. That is one possibility because she's on our list. She might sneak down to King's Landing and do the job. Although that kill could also possibly go to Jaime. It could be like a little repeat with history that he could also kill Cersei, since she set King's Landing on fire and she's gone insane, and she also made her son commit suicide. So that kill could possibly go to Jaime as well. It could be like a Mad Queen moment. And also Arya could also go around looking for the Brotherhood without banners. The Hound's on a list, and Beric Dondarrion and Thoros of Myr are also on a list. But she doesn't know that the Hound's still alive, so she might be slowly looking for the other Brotherhood members. I don't really want Arya to kill the Hound or the Thoros of Myr or Beric Dondarrion, because I do actually like those characters quite a lot. So it'd be kind of sad if she kills the characters, but you can get, from her perspective, you can understand, because the Hound did kill her friend, the Butcher's Boy, and Thoros of Myr and Beric Dondarrion were kind of unfair with her, treating her in the Brotherhood, and also they kind of let the Hound live through his trial by combat, so she wasn't completely happy about that, so she is searching for those. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for Arya, actually. I'm really excited. She might meet Jon again, or she might go south and finish a list. So I'm really excited to see some Arya in season 7. So yeah, looking forward to that. There's not much to say about Tyrion. He's going to be with Daenerys most of the time, I think, in this season. He's a very, very good advisor, and he's very intelligent, and he knows how to play the Game of Thrones. So he'll help Daenerys out a lot. She did announce him as her Hand of the Queen. It's quite a nice scene, that. So he's going to be very helpful with Daenerys' invasion. There are a few theories behind Tyrion that he might also be the one that to kill Cersei. All that turmoil and pain that Cersei has caused Tyrion over the years, he might get payback for that finally. Everyone does want to kill Cersei pretty much. She does seem like a pretty screwed character in my opinion. And there is a sneaky theory actually. I don't know if it's going to be true, but it might be. You never know. That Tyrion is a Targaryen. Uh, so that Tywin isn't really his father, but his mother. Had a cheeky little cheating with a Targaryen. So there's a little theory that there's three heads of a dragon like there is in the Targaryen emblem. Tyrion is one, Jon Snow is the other, and Daenerys is the other as well. So there's that little theory. I'm not entirely sure it'll be possible, but it might come out in the next season. You might find out some more truths like that, because there was a little bit of foreshadowing, because how Tyrion was really friendly with the dragons and how easy he got along with the dragons. So there is a little bit of foreshadowing there. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to Tyrion. He is definitely one of my favourite characters. He's just so funny, and I'm really looking forward to a bit of Tyrion in season 7. So yeah, that's pretty much it with Tyrion really. Can't wait until season 7 comes out. So that pretty much wraps up my predictions so far. I can't go into detail about my predictions about every character because this video will be like an hour long, but really want the new book as well, The Winds of Winter, to come out before season 7. That would be ideal, so we can get a little bit more of knowledge before the next season comes out, a little bit more detail of what happened in season 6 through the book. So looking forward to that as well. So if you guys have any your own theories, any of your own predictions, any questions that you have about my video or about Game of Thrones, be sure to ask me in the comments and I will answer them in the comments below. So yeah guys, if you enjoyed the video and you want to see more Game of Thrones videos on the channel, then make sure to give this video a thumbs up, comment down below, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any more videos about Game of Thrones. So yeah guys, thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.